boys, so in today's video, we'll be doing a top 10, but it's not going to be a position top 10 like I have done in my other videos. This will be a top 10 must-have card list. Obviously, it is not a Budget Beast video. There's going to be some expensive cards on here. I do have Budget Beast videos for those people that are wondering as well. This is going to be me ranking if you are to splurge on a card, or what order I would splurge on them, if that makes sense. There's a lot of good cards on here. There's some positions that you would not expect on here as well that I think are crucial to a team. When you enjoy videos like this, you enjoy new gameplays, I do those as well. Make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe. Let's just jump right into it. If you're looking for cheap, fast coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, to check out my sponsor, U4GM, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. Number 10, I told you, I had a surprise. I have a couple of them on this list, but this one's the biggest surprise, and I threw him down here because of the position and because how early it is in the year. I think this guy has single-handedly won me games. I also have watched a lot of tournament games, or not even tournament games, just high-level gauntlet players on like Twitch and stuff. Every single player has this. If you plan on sweating, or if you have a God Squad, even if you don't have a God Squad, this card, I'm telling you, is so much worth it than so many other positions because he will save you. He makes kicking in this game feel much easier. It's already kind of a harder focal point in this game with the new meter and whatnot, but he also has the highest kick power, so he can kick the farthest. He has 85 kick accuracy, so it goes slower even when you're in clutch time, even when you're in a away stadium. He is 100% the best buy I've purchased. I think he's 150k right now. I know that's a lot for a kicker. Trust me, I know. He's the best in the game. He's going to win you games. I promise you. I would not be recommending you this if I didn't think this card was worth it and an absolute must-have on a God Squad. Number 9, I do have Lamar Jackson because I do think he is the best quarterback in the game, but the reason why he's not much higher on a list like this is because I do think he doesn't have that big of a gap on Vince Young as I would like to see. Obviously, speed is probably the number one thing at quarterback this year. You can run around like a madman. It is insane how good getting out the pocket is. Contains, if you guys have watched me play as well, I make contains look like they've the worst they've ever been because there's a rollout scheme you can do in the game right now. So a guy like Lamar just fits the game perfectly. He also has good throw power, which equals velocity this year. So he is really solid there. And then the accuracy stats across the board. I will say, there's been multiple complaints with a lot of people. I've seen it as well. He does miss a lot of throws. He can be standing in the pocket. I know my timing. Trust me, I know my timing. I've been doing it for 2 years on Madden now. And I'll even miss throws that I'm like, there's no way I just read time that I'm standing in a pocket. I literally watch the meter, but Lamar will sometimes miss it. I don't know if it's just the Lamar card because he's the only one I've ever had trouble with, but even with those issues, I still think he's quarterback one. He is absolutely amazing. Especially, I think this ability is a little glitchy as well, Magician. It makes Lamar feel like he's invincible in the pocket. You can move around, dodge sacks like crazy, and scramble. I think he's quarterback one, at least until we get another fast quarterback. At number 8, I got Kayvon Thibodeaux, and I will say there's a lot of good pass rushers in this game. Like, Will Anderson was a guy I felt like I wanted to include somewhere on here, but Kayvon Thibodeaux is insane. This dude obviously comes with great speed. Out of all the pass rushers, he is tied for the highest besides one other guy, and that guy is on this list at 84 speed, 84 excel. His strength is good. There's 4 major stats I like to look at on a pass rusher. That is usually strength, block shed, power move, and finesse. And look at his. He has 86, 86, 84, and 87 there. This dude has been phenomenal. He also gets the best ability on defense right now in the game. Although it is bronze, quick jump. If you guys have seen regs, once this hits gold, boys, we are doomed. Unless they nerf it, this ability is absolutely broken. That's why everyone uses Texas in regs. This guy, Kayvon Thibodeaux, what sometimes, because bronze doesn't activate much, but when it does activate, he makes some crazy plays. He leads the team in sacks right now. I think he's one of the best edge rushers in the game. He's like 210k right now too. Number 7, we got the brand new safety, Gerard Holloman, and I think this card is amazing. He is not an LTD as well, so his price is only going to keep on tanking and tanking. He's a little bit more expensive now because he just came out yesterday, and he's very good. He's making a top 10 must-have card list. The DB position is kind of brutal in the game right now. It really feels like if you don't have like the top-tier guys, you're getting slaughtered by like Luther Burden, guys like I don't even know, like AJ Brown and guys like that. But Gerard Holloman, 6 foot, 87 speed. That is amazing right now. 6 foot is not tall, or it's not tiny either, which we love to see. And all the best receivers in the game are, I think the 2 best receivers are 5'10 and 5'11. So we love that regardless. But looking across the board, 86 man, 88 zone, and 83 power. So he's good in a hybrid scheme. He's good in a pure man. He's good in a pure zone. This dude is a dog. Ability-wise on DBs, I don't really think anything's worth it on a safety right now, but with the stats alone, him being looking this good, I think you gotta add this card to the squad. At number 6, we have our first LTD on the list. I know people hate seeing LTDs, especially this early in the year, but like I said, this is not a Budget Beast list. We have videos for that. This is for the guys looking to splurge, to spend a lot of coins. Kyle Pitts is a dog. He's the best tight end in the game. Although Jason Morrow has lasted a while, he was tight end 1 for a fat minute. Kyle Pitts is just so good, man. He's always the best tight end every time he drops in Madden Ultimate Team as well. 6'6", 245 pounds. He's the fastest in the game at his position. He has amazing catching stats. And then look at his route running. 87 short, 85 medium. And the deep is also 85 plus, sitting there at 85. He is insane, dude. I ran a gameplay on this card. If you guys watched him, we played him at wide receiver in that video, too. That's another thing, too. You could play him at wide receiver. If you like throwing to big wide receivers, you want him, Mike Evans, and like Moss, you could run him there and then run like Chase. You can run a big lineup. He's amazing no matter where you put him on the field. Number 5, one of the more, I don't want to say underrated cards in the game, but he should not be as cheap as he is. Like, he's cheaper than Will Anderson. He's cheaper than the Kayvon Thibodeau card I showed you earlier. I think it's maybe because people are bored of him, maybe. I literally don't know why. I'm trying to cope right now and why he's so cheap. He's amazing. He's the fastest edge rusher in the game at 86 speed. He's 85 XL. He has 86 tackle. The strength is even above 80, 85 block, 85 power move, 86 finesse. All three of them are above 85s. And he also could play user if you really wanted to at 6'2", because how fast he really is in the game. This card is amazing. I think the only negative is that he doesn't get the quick jump ability. But the thing is, like I said, on bronze, it really doesn't activate too much, and you can throw those on 2 other D linemen. I like this card because he is probably the best guy in double mug. You guys know the double A gap blitz that could play the edge because he can drop in coverage really, really good because of how good a universal card this is. I think he needs to be on the squad. He is one of the cheapest cards for 87 zone, too. Like I said, he's the perfect hybrid card in the game right now. I don't know why he's cheaper than everybody else. He is absolutely insane. Number 4, we got our dog, Desmond Howard. I like to call Desmond Howard the Luther Burden clone. He is literally word for word, bar for bar, the exact same card. 88 speed on the board and 5'10". I'm going to be honest. I think short receivers are low-key better in this game because how bad the tall guys are at juking. The after the catch moves, the skill moves you could do in this NCAA game it makes a guy like Desmond Howard insane. You can catch the ball. He's already faster than everybody. One juke and you're all the way to the crib, especially if you're like on kick return too, that you could see it out there. 88 short running, 87 medium, 85 deep. I just did a gameplay on this card yesterday. He is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He also does get the best wide receiver ability in the game, takeoff, which a lot of people are running. There's also glitches. There's stem route glitches in the game to where takeoff even works against press. Yeah, Desmond Howard is almost unguardable in this game. He's disgusting. Number 3, we got Juddy, man. I would have Judkins at number 1 if they didn't nerf the spin. If you guys do not know, the spin was regs only, but we ended up figuring out, not me, I don't want to take, I'm not taking this, I'm not going to say I found it, but people found out and I ended up doing it myself. If you put the running back strat card on him, and then you also use the spinning ability, which is, I always forget the name of it, 360, you were able to actually get the fast animation in this mode because I think the spin rating has to be 88, and it did ended up going to 88. I think that's the threshold for the spin. But as you guys know, with the recent Title 1 patch, whatever you want to call it, they ended up nerfing Judkins. The spin, even with the strat card, even with the ability, is still mid. But at the end of the day, he's still a top 3 card in the game. He's 89 speed. He's the fastest card in the game, 89 XL. He's very, very good, but you could slowly start to feel him not feel as good because how good the defense is starting to get in the game. Everybody's starting to get better and better on defense. So Judkins still amazing, but not number 1 where I probably would have had him before the patch. Number 2, we get Will Johnson. Will Johnson's insane, dude. I think Will Johnson is a card that you need in the game because he's the only one that truly counters the other guys in the game. Another guy I feel like I maybe could have included on this list was like Takario Davis or maybe Sauce Gardner, but I will say those guys in this game do not feel as good as Will Johnson, and also I don't feel like you need them as much, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like Will, or not need as much, but I feel like the number 2 through 4 corner feel very, very interchangeable, while Will Johnson's sitting there at 1A no matter what. He is 6'2", so good height on him. He's 88 speed, 87 XL. I mean, 89 man, 85 zone, 89 press. That's another thing a guy like Takario Davis, I think, is amazing at safety, but he is lacking because he has like 76 press, I think it is. You can see right here, Will Johnson, insane in press, insane in man, insane in zone. He's good at everything. He's like really the only guy I feel like that could truly keep up with Luther and also like Desmond Howard, especially when people are running theme teams out here too. I mean, Will Johnson's a dog. We all know it because the glitch day 1, we probably see this card, I'd say 80% of our games. At number 1, I truly do think Luther Burden is still like the biggest X factor in this game right now. I feel like he makes the game insanely, insanely easy. He is a dog. I mean, he is absolutely amazing. He's literally Desmond Howard, like I said, but a little bit better. You can see the spec catch is also hitting that 85 threshold, unlike Desmond, who had an 81. He is also an inch taller, but he's still short enough to where he gets the good juke because he is that 85 juke move right there as well. I mean, yeah, Luther Burden, a 90 threshold being hit to, although catching really isn't like the craziest one. because, I mean, right now in the game, you catch everything, it feels like anyways. But Luther Burden, he is insane. I mean, we've all played against him a million times. He's the only 90 overall in the game. He's definitely wide receiver 1. He's probably card 1 in the game as well. Even if Judkins pre-patch, I think he was 1A, 1B with Judkins regardless. Boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which card you guys think I missed from this list. I think the biggest one that I regret after recording is maybe Tak Davis, but that's about it. I mean, I think that's the only one I'd probably switch in there, but other than that, the top 11 right there, quote unquote, with Tak Davis, I think is set in stone. Let me know how you guys feel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.